This last little experience actually came just a moment ago. When I was sharing the first little piece about, the first sharing the health thing and something like that, I was kind of blankly staring off at my carpet. I really wasn't thinking or seeing anything, looking at something in the physical. I was just sharing the experience and replaying it with my awareness. And all of a sudden my view opened up and I saw something kind of, it was a little scary. It was a little horrific, but it was this alien body type being tortured by this reptilian being. And I was seeing them. They were very restricted, very chained up to the wall. And there was all these probably 3 or 4 reptilians surrounding him. And they were kind of, taking turns doing whatever they were doing. And all of a sudden, one of the reptilians came and he looked at me. He kind of turned and kind of looked at me, almost like if he was facing the camera type of thing, almost like it was a show. They knew I was watching. They just wanted me to see this and, whatever. I don't know. Maybe they're threatening me. I don't really know. But I was looking at that and all of a sudden I got this impression, it really strong. I could almost hear it in a physical sense that a lot of these body types that are dealing with the reptilians are tired, very, very sick and tired of being subservient. They don't want to be tortured anymore. And so we're going to see probably a lot of them standing up to them in a way that they've never had done because they're kind of used to being the top dog kind of thing, uncontested. Certain other races don't agree with them and stuff, but they take over a lot of planets and certain things. But a lot of these little races, it's kind of the little people are had enough. They kind of had enough. And it's interesting. I almost see that like a reflection of what's taking place in the world today. People kind of waking up little by little. It's a gradual process, not just overnight upheaval. But that's the experience I wanted to share. Thank you.
No, that's very good. Yes, that's very good, Jeremy. Simply because I wrote about this a long time ago in many of the books. And not only are people tired of, and different body types, tired of being subservient because they see what's going on and they see it all leads to the so-called leaders and whatever, and they get all the perks and everybody else is struggling and suffering and has to go out there and risk their lives, whether they're reptilians or whatever, to get blasted and ruined by others. And also those that do the punishing are tired of it. They've done it for the longest time. And it's like, it's the same thing. It's like, go chain this guy up and torture him. That job gets old too. It really does. At first, it's kind of fun. We get to torture people. We get to steal everything they have and ruin their lives and yada, 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 whatever, etc. But they're all tired of it. They're all worn out. And it's like, there must be something else. But the fact of the matter is that they got to take the risk. And that's the scary part for them. Because just like I've written many times, they are more afraid than we are. They are more afraid to take the risk because of the repercussions from that, because they know, the agenda and the plans of the people that they've agreed to. They've agreed to all that. And so it's like belonging to the mafia or whatever, or the cartel. It's like you don't just say, okay, well, I'm retiring, I'm quitting, see you guys later. No, then they shoot you in the back or whatever, and they put you in a body bag. Because no, there's no quitting. You've agreed to stay. And so if you're going to quit, see, then it becomes a different order of things. And this is where the real guidance comes in. And this is what they're seeing also. But they got to take the risk to decide that. And that's a big step for them. They may want to, et cetera, et cetera. Even the guy being beaten, may want to, but he may still take the beating instead of taking the risk to become more aware. We all go through a lot to finally get through it. Yeah, we really do. It's just amazing. It all amazes me every moment. I don't take it for granted. It's all amazing. I'm amazed I'm still here with what I'm doing with the world governments, and they all know me. They all know what I'm doing, good, bad, or indifferent. And for the most part, they don't like it. And one of the experiences that when I was with Claudia and Sandy, one time Joni came in and into the physical dimension, into a porthole, and socked her in the jaw, and she had to go to the doctor. So, they mean business. And this is where they torture people, and get rid of them. That's how they use their, ideas of blackmail and whatever. So it's like, if we can't get you to agree, well, we'll just get rid of your family and everybody you know. So again, emotional attachments and all these things. And I see this too with them threatening, others that I know. But all I can say is, well, I've tried to show them how to be self-sufficient and decide for themselves, but they're going to have to figure it out themselves if you go after them. I'm not going to be like Rambo or Indiana Jones or Arnold, and get a bunch of guns and tanks and drive down the street and go after them. That's not going to happen. So again, the real guidance is there to become more aware and figure out how to become self-sufficient. And that's what we're really showing people, is how to wake up and take care of yourself while you're here and become self-sufficient so you can stay focused. Because I've seen wonderful people lose the focus because their relative died or something like that, and they just left. And they're just thinking that, well, gee, why didn't the guides or God or whatever save my son or my daughter or this or that? I've seen it, and they blame it on them. That why didn't they save them? Why didn't they protect them? Well, things happen, and everybody's got to take care of themselves. Things happen to me. I got to deal with it. And so this is the real world. So we do the best we can, and that's what's good about the Skype meetings. We constantly reinforce how we can better survive and to become more self-sufficient while we're here, and at the same time, take on the task and the risk of sharing with others. And that's a biggie, and especially like what's going on with the countries like the United States and Iran and all this nonsense. The United States government, according to the Vatican and the monarchy, they want to bother everybody and take over everything. Well, a lot of people aren't agreeable, so there's a lot of mix going on, and there's a lot of bad things going on, and a lot of torture. And so we're trying to share something that helps people become more aware. But that's a big challenge, and you got to be a risk taker, and you got to face it. I know we have to face it every moment. Yeah, thank you, Jeremy.